and connected to the soul. The rituals will go on uninterrupted and it will go smooth. So that is how. I'm glad today I got to see you all today itself. So
श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे वागीशाद्यास्तु मनसः सर्वार्थानाम् उपक्रमे यं नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननं दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिः स्फटिकमणिमयीम् अक्षमालां दधाना हस्तेनैकेन पद्मं सितमपि च शुकं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना तामेवाग्देवतेयं निवसति वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना श्रीराम सौमित्रि जटायुवेद षडाननादित्य कुजार्चिताय श्रीनीलकंठाय दयामयाय श्रीवैद्यनाथाय नमः शिवाय वागर्थाविव संपृक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्टपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामळम् बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणाद् भवेत् नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम राम श्री जगदम्बिकायै जय जय. We have been having the satsang on Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam for the last few weeks. We came up to Sundarakandam completion last week. We found that Hanuman found Sita. Hanuman burnt a good portion of Lanka, spoke to Ravana in a threatening voice, got back to Rama, told him all that happened in Lanka. Rama was extremely pleased. Now, in Yuddha Kandam, Rama hails Hanuman as a Uttama Sevaka, the best servant. Now, Sevakas he divides into, Valmiki divides into three categories: Uttama, Madhyama, and Adhama. The best, the middle, and the inferior. Now he says Hanuman belongs to Uttama category because he did much more than what he was asked to do. Madhyama category would do exactly what was assigned. Adhama category would not even complete the assigned task. They will find excuses, some obstacles they will quote. They will not complete. They may do a halfway job. So he says such a difficult task, crossing the sea, meeting Ravana, meeting Sita, burning half of Lanka. Now this is something which was not at all expected from a single emissary who was sent to Lanka on such a dangerous mission. So he says, idam tu mamadinasya manobhujah prakarshati yadihasya priyakhyatuhu nakurmi sadrisham priyam. I am not able to return this favor. I am now bound by Hanuman's favor. How can I return this? Esha sarvasva bhutastu parishwango hanumataha maya kalamimam prapya dattastasya mahatmanaha. He says Mahatma. He calls Hanuman Mahatma. Now, what can I give back to this Mahatma in return for the favor which he has done to me? I can only give him my embrace. Parishwango Hanumataha. Parishwanga is embrace. Now, Bhagavan coming and embracing a bhakta is the greatest blessing that bhakta can ever think of. Now, that is what he confers on Hanuman. Ityakva pritihrishtango ramastum parishasvaje hanumantam kritatmanam kritakaryam upagatam. Hanuman was also extremely pleased. Now, after this, Rama drops into a mood of extreme grief, extreme sense of disappointment, extreme sense of difficulty, because he is worried about how are we going to cross the sea. With such a big army of Vanaras, how are we going to cross the sea? Sugriva it is who enthused Rama. He said, Seturatra yatha badhye yatha pashyema tam purim tasya rakshasarajasya tatha tvam kuru raghava. You build a setu, you build a bridge, that is the only way. Sugriva tells Rama, you build a bridge, that is the only way. There is absolutely nothing to worry. We will do it. We will help you in building the bridge. Then Rama asked Hanuman for the military details of Lanka. What is the size, how big is the army, how are they deployed, and so on. Hanuman gave a very detailed answer to this question, how Lanka is protected on all the four sides by hills, by rivers, by deep trenches full of water, and so on. And four types of forts on all the four sides. On all the four entry points, there are four different types of forts, and so on. And all kinds of machines are installed at the entrances, all kinds of weapons are there. Thousands of Rakshasas are manning the entrances, and not only the entrances, the entire city of Lanka. But don't worry, I have destroyed 1/4 of the army of Lanka, he says. I have destroyed 1/4 of the army of Lanka. Then Rama chooses Abhijit Muhurta, Vijaya Muhurta, to make a start. He starts with Vanarasena, that is Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, Uttara Nakshatra. And there are auspicious omens. His right eye was throbbing as a good sign. And he says, Yasyami balamadhyeham balogam abhiharshayanne adurukya hanumantam airavatami. Just as Indra rides on Airavata, the elephant Airavata, I will ride on the shoulder of Hanuman and cross the sea. Now he is talking in a bold, a few minutes ago he was down in spirits. Now he is up in spirits after all this discussion with Hanuman and Sugriva. He says, Lakshmana will ride on the shoulder of Angada and I will ride on the shoulder of Hanuman. We will take all the Vanarasena on the bridge to be constructed, and so on. And huge Vanara army joins them from Kishkinda by this time. Huge Vanara army of bears and Vanaras. On the way, they have crossed a lot of hills and mountains and forests and water bodies, and they have reached the shore of the ocean. There's a big Vanarasena. Rama ascends the peak of the Mahendra mountain from where Hanuman had left earlier when he started on his journey to Lanka. Same place. Hanuman ascends and has a look at the ocean. They finally reach the seashore and camp there, and Valmiki gives beautiful descriptions of the scenery here. He compares the sky with the ocean. He says sky is shining with beautiful stars, and similarly the ocean is shining with beautiful pearls. Both are shining beautifully because of Rama's presence. Now Rama's grief suddenly again increases. He thinks of Sita, he breaks into wail. Only 2 months are left. Are we going to build the bridge? Are we going to go to Lanka and fight? And are we going to win the battle? Are we going to retrieve Sita? I am worried. 2 months is a very short time. Then Lakshmana enthuses him this time and he says, don't worry, we are all here, we will do that. Now the scene shifts to Lanka. Ravana convenes his Sabha and then takes stock of what damage Hanuman has done. He is very worried. Rakshasas are giving speeches of encouragement, of courage. Indrajit says, for example, this boon which we have got is from Parameshwara. I have done Maheshwara Yajna, and this is the boon we have. And we have conquered so many enemies, including Indra. That is why I am called Indrajit. Similarly, so many other Rakshasas, Prahasta, Durmukha, they all talk very high-spirited words of courage. One fellow, Vajradamshtra, he said, we will send our army stealthily into Rama's Sena and we will kill them. Of course, that suggestion was rejected immediately. Then Vibhishana, it was Vibhishana's turn to talk after all the other Rakshasas had talked. Vibhishana says, Rama's valor is not to be underestimated. Don't forget what he did in Janasthana, how he killed Khara and Dushana and others. They have got a huge Vanara Sena, we have heard about it. And what enmity do you have with Rama? Why are we fighting Rama? You unnecessarily kidnapped his wife. You returned his wife. Establish peace with him. That is the correct way. Don't entertain anger. Otherwise, Lanka will meet complete destruction. Vibhishana talked like this. The Sabha was dissolved. Next day, Vibhishana goes to Ravana's residence. There he finds that Brahmanas were doing Punyaha Vachanam for the success of Ravana's ensuing war. But Ravana himself found many inauspicious signs. Now Valmiki describes those in great detail. Suddenly cows started not giving milk. Horses wailed in a pitiable tone. All animals started weeping, shedding tears. Now Vibhishana went and met Ravana and advised Ravana, you return Sita. Now it is still not too late. Don't dream of any victory over Rama. This is clear advice of Vibhishana. Ravana again called the Sabha next day. And without any sense of shame, in open Sabha, Ravana describes the beauty of Sita. He says, I cannot forget Sita for a moment. She is so beautiful. Samena shayyam arodhum icchat yalasagamini trishulokeshu chanyamena Sita sadrishi tatha. There is nobody equal to Sita in beauty in all the three worlds. Pashyan tada vasastasyaha kamasya vashame yavan. Bluntly, shamelessly, he says, I am under the sway of Kama. And he tells a lie. In the open Sabha, he tells a lie. He says, Sita has asked for 1 year's time, out of which only 2 months are left. Sita never asked for time. It is Ravana who gave time. Now, he says, he is informing the Sabha. Rama and Lakshmana have now known where is Sita. They are now going to come to Lanka. They are going to build a bridge. They are already on the seashore. I could not constitute and consult you people, constitute the Sabha and consult you people because Kumbhakarna was asleep. Now I am asking you. Now Kumbhakarna rose and he says, you should have consulted us before you kidnapped Sita. Did you consult us? You never consulted. Yaf paschat purvakaryani karman abhitikirshati purvam chaparakaryani save navedanayanayo. He who thinks after taking a step. He does not know Naveda Nayanayau. He does not know what is right and what is wrong, what is to be done, what is not to be done. He does not know the difference. Now, if you are alive for the last 10 months after you brought Sita, it is due to your luck. In fact, Rama could have killed you, should have killed you by now. Still, he spoke words of courage at the end and he says, I will kill Rama in the battle, he said. Similarly, one Mahaparshva, he said, why don't you subject Sita, the force, to subject Sita to force? Then Ravana had kept a secret with himself all these days. Now he is telling the Sabha of the secret. Because this is due to a curse of Brahma. Earlier once, when I was in Swarga, I had united with one Apsara Stree called Punjisthala and Punjakasthala. And at that time, Brahma gave me a curse. Adya pravartayamanyam balan narim gamishyati. Tada te shatadha murdha palishyati na samshayaha. From now onward, you cannot force any woman. Then, the moment you do that, your head will shatter into pieces. So that is why I am not able to touch Sita, he says. He openly says all this. Now, Vibhishana's turn, he advises again and again. You have underestimated Rama. You have underestimated Sita. Sita is a serpent which you have tied around your neck. Vanara will come and destroy Lanka. You cannot stand Rama on the battlefield, nor can Indrajit, nor can Kumbhakarna. Parasya viryam sabalam cha buddha sanam shayam jaiva tathaiva vriddhim tatha swapakshe anubhrishya buddhya vadekshamam swami hitam cha mantri. A minister, should advise Swami hitam, what is good for the master. After considering all the aspects, your strength as well as the enemy's strength. That is what I am doing now. Now at this point, Valmiki praises Vibhishana. He says he is like Brihaspati. He is as great as Brihaspati in intelligence. As soon as he finished his speech, Indrajit got up and ridiculed Vibhishana in a very despicable terms. Why are you afraid of Rama? I have conquered even Indra. He is no better than Indra. Then Vibhishana chided Indrajit in very strong terms. You are a balaka. You are a novice. You don't know anything about Rama. You don't know anything about the intensity of the sin committed by Ravana. You are talking like nonsense. Then it was time for Ravana to speak. Ravana spoke extremely harsh words towards Vibhishana at this time. He says, one can live with a serpent. One can live with enemies who are openly enemies. But one cannot live with somebody who calls himself a friend and is practicing enmity. And this is true of generally relatives. Relatives pose like good friends and then actually they are enemies. This is what Ravana says. Vidyate goshu sampannam, vidyate jnatito bhayam, vidyate strishu chapalyam, vidyate brahmane tapaha. Brahmana is known for tapas. Cows are known for samriddhi, prosperity. Jnatis, relatives are known for fear. When the relatives are to be afraid of, they always instill fear. Vidyate strishu chapalyam. Women are known for wavering. Yonyastvevam vidam brujat vakyametan nishachara asmin muhurtena bhave tvam tadik kula pamsana. He calls Vibhishana kula pamsana. You are the destroyer of my race. Get out. I would have killed, had anybody else spoken these words, I would have killed him. Now, this was the last straw for Vibhishana. Now, Vibhishana could not stand this open disgrace in the Sabha. He immediately left the Sabha along with 4 of his trusted Rakshasa lieutenants. He flew up And from high in the sky, he gave the final words of advice to Ravana. Even at this time, he did not get angry and he did not speak words of anger to Ravana. He says, Sulabha Purusha Rajanne Satatam Priyavadinaha Apriyasya Pathyasya Vakta Shrota Chadurlabha. There will be a lot of ministers, a lot of advisors who will tell you what you like to hear. But what is truth? Apriyasya Pathyasya. What is good for you, but what is not sweet for you. What is good for you, but what is not sweet for your ears. No minister will come and tell you. Such a minister is very rare. Vakta Shrota Cha Durlabha. Such a speaker is rare. Such a listener is also rare. You are not willing to listen. So I am now leaving you. It is Kala Pasha. You are tied by Kala Pasha. Your intellect has gone astray. What can I do? You are walking very fast on the path of adharma. I told you what is good for you, but you are not willing to listen. Now I have decided to leave you and go to where Rama is. In one muhurta, 48 minutes, he reaches Rama's side on the seashore. And as soon as Sugriva sights him, he develops suspicion. At that time, Vibhishana announces himself from the sky. I am the younger brother Ravana. I have come to take refuge under Rama. Soham parushitastena dasavachyavamanitaha tekva putranscha Raghavam sharanam gataha. I have come under the refuge for taking the refuge of Raghava. Tekva putranscha daranscha. I have left my wife, I have left my sons, I have left my family, I am perturbed by the harsh words of Ravana. Nivedetamam Shipram Raghavaya Mahatmane Sarvaloka Saranyaya Vibhishanam Upasthitam Sarvaloka Saranyaya. Rama is the refuge of all the worlds. Please go and tell him that Vibhishana has come to take refuge. Now, lot of Vanara advisors assemble and give their advice, piece of advice to Rama, and Rama asking their advice. Rama asked for their advice. Each one gives his advice. Sugriva tells this fellow is Ravana's brother. He might have come here as a spy. We should kill him. Angada says we should examine the purpose of his visit. We should find out and then take appropriate action. Jambavan says now he has come at a very inappropriate time and place. He is to be suspected. He is a fit object for suspicion. Now Hanuman is the only one who says there is no time for examination. There is no time. Where do we have time? And for finding out whether he is really to be believed or not, we need time, and we have to give him some assignment, and then we have to check. For all that, we have no time. Now, if we employ our own spies and to find out what he is here about, that also is difficult. There's no time for that. I trust Vibhishana. The way he has come and sought refuge, I trust him. I think he has chosen he disagreed with Jambavan. Jambavan said this is a very inappropriate time and place. He says, no, this is the best time and place he has chosen. Now, if we tell no to him, we will be losing unnecessarily a very great asset. He will help us in our fight with Ravana. See Hanuman's intelligence. Somehow, on seeing Vibhishana, I am not getting any doubt. It is better we take him. Then Rama says finally, Mitrabhavena sampraptam natyajeyam kasanchana dosho yadyapi tasya sat satametad agarhitam. One who has taken refuge, saying he is a friend, even if he is having any fault with him, he cannot be sent back because he has taken refuge. Sharanagata Vatsala. I am always kind towards those who take refuge under me. Now even then, Rama adds one more practical aspect. Rama says, this fellow Sugriva definitely must be having an eye on the kingdom of Lanka, so he will not leave us. This is his practical aspect. Now Sugriva says, no, even then he doesn't agree. No, we should imprison him, we should kill him. Then Rama says, Rama now talks about his own prowess. What can this Vibhishana do to me? He cannot do anything, any great evil to me. I can kill all the Rakshasas of Lanka with my small finger, he says. And to protect one who has taken refuge is, after all, my dharma. He tells the most important shloka in Valmiki Ramayana. Vinashtaha pasytastasya rakshinaha sharanangataha anaya sugrutam tasya sarvam gaccheda rakshitaha. If you say no to somebody who wants to take refuge and if he goes back, you know what he does? Anaya sugrutam tasya. He takes away all the punya of the fellow whom he sought refuge, from whom he sought refuge. He takes away all the punya. Sakrideva prapannaye tavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadam yetad vratam mama. Etati vratam mama. This is my vrata, that whoever comes to me, just once, Sakrideva, just once he takes refuge and he says, tavasmiti chayachate, I am yours. If he tells, I am yours, if he takes refuge just once, by uttering these words only once, I give him abhayam, freedom from fear. From whom? Sarva bhutebhyaha, from all living beings. I give him freedom from fear from all living beings. Anayainam harishrestha dastamasya bhayam maya. Now he gives the final instruction to Sugriva. Anaya, bring him. I have given him abhaya. Vibhishano va Sugriva yadiva Ravana swayam. Hey Sugriva, this is only Vibhishana. Even if Ravana comes, I would have treated him the same way. A very most important shloka in the whole of entire Ramayana. Now Vibhishana comes down, he falls at the feet of Rama. Rama inquires about the army strength of Rakshasa. Vibhishana gives all those details, who are the main army generals there, etc., etc. Then Rama gives a promise, I will kill Ravana and make you king of Lanka. He gives that promise. And Vibhishana gives the promise that he will give the maximum help. In fact, during the war, now that is going to come, we find that Vibhishana offers extraordinary help in very subtle, very difficult matters. Vibhishana offers help. And because of his help, a lot of success is achieved. Now, immediately, Rama asked Lakshmana to get waters from the ocean and anoint Vibhishana as the king. All this happens very fast. Vibhishana becomes king of Lanka. He is anointed in the presence of Rama. Now, Vibhishana advises Rama, now you request Samudra Raja for help. After all, Samudra owes a debt of gratitude to you because you are from the Sagara Vamsha. You are from the Sagara Vamsha. Your predecessor is Sagara. And ocean is known as Sagara because ocean was created by Sagara. So, Sagara Vamsha, you are from Sagara Vamsha, so he will help you. Sugriva and Lakshmana also agreed with this suggestion. Then Rama sat on Darbhasana. At this time, Ravana sent a spy called Shardula. And he was spotted by the Vanara Sena. Another fellow, Shuka, was also sent by him. Both were spotted by Vanara Sena. And Vanara Sena started torturing them. Rama stopped them and Rama asked them that they should be released and sent back to Ravana. So Rama sat on Darbha Shayana with his right hand as the support. 3 days elapsed. Samudra Raja did not come. Rama became very angry. I have been praying to Samudra Raja for 3 days, 3 days and nights. He became very angry. He tells Lakshmana, what does he say? Dadarshayati samna me sagaro rupamatmanaha. Samna. By peaceful means, this fellow Samudra Raja will not come. Tapamana yasau mitre sharansh chasi vishopaman. Bring my bow and poisonous arrows. Samudram shoshayishyami padbhyam yantu plavangamaha. I will dry up this ocean in no time with my arrows so that our Sena can walk on the sea bed. No need for a bridge. Babu Ramo Darsho Yuganta Agnirivajjalan. Yuganta Agnirivajjalan. He was shining like Yuganta Agni. Terrible anger. And he, as soon as he got the bow and arrows, he discharged a few arrows on the sea. Then, when he was about to discharge a very powerful arrow, Lakshmana stopped him because he was about to discharge Brahmastra. And when he was about to discharge Brahmastra, there was complete darkness. The ocean started overflowing, but Rama did not go back. At that point, Samudra Raja came. He asked Rama's pardon for the delay, and then he said, after all, we are all tamasic beings. We are all Panchabhutas. So don't expect that we will act with great alacrity. Now, some ocean is not as you think easy to dry and you can walk on the seabed. You cannot do that. Samudra Raja says it is very deep. So the only way to cross this is to construct a bridge. So please construct a bridge, and I will support the bridge with all my power. Now Rama asked, where should I discharge this astra which I have already put up? Now Samudra Raja gives some place in the northern part, Dramakulya, where Abhiras, the Rakshasas are there. Now that is done. Then Samudra Raja tells Nala, who is in your Vanarasena, he is the Amsha of Vishwakarma. So he is the best for doing this bridge construction. He is expert in Shilpakala, and I will support him. And Samudra Raja goes off. At this point, in Adhyatma Ramayana, Shiva talks about, Shiva is giving the whole of Adhyatma Ramayana as a discourse to Parvati. Now Shiva talks about how Rameshwaram came into being. That is not mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana. How Rameshwaram came into being, how Rama worshipped Shiva and then builds the bridge. Setu Bharabhavanastu Satra Rameshwaram Shivam Samstapya Pujayitvaha Ramo Lokahitaya Cha Pranamet Setu Bandham Yo Drishtva Rameshwaram Shivam Brahmahatyadipapebhyo Muchyate Madanugrahate. Shiva says, one who worships the Setu as well as the Rameshwara Shiva on the ocean sea, on the seashore, he will be released even from sins like Brahmahatya. This is Shiva's own words. Setu bandhe narasmatva drishtva Rameshwaram haram sankalpaniyato bhutva gatva varanasem naraha aniya ganga salilam Ramesham abhishikyate samudre kshipta tadbharo brahma prapnot samshayam. He gives the procedure also. Now whatever procedure nowadays we are following, Shiva gives this procedure. He says one should take bath in the ocean there at Rameshwaram, Agni Tirtham, and then worship Rameshwaram, and then Sankalpa Niyato Bhutva Gatva Varanasiyam Naraha. With Sankalpa, he should go to Varanasi, and from there he should bring Ganga waters. And then with that Ganga water, come back to Rameshwaram and perform Abhisheka for Rameshwaram. Ramesham Abhishikyate Samudre Shipta Tadbharo Brahma Prapnotyana Asamshayam. If he does like this, all his sins will be washed off and he will attain Brahman, the Asamshayam. This is what Shiva says. Now, the construction of bridge, it is done in 5 days. Beautifully, Valmiki describes how Vanaras brought lot of trees, lot of hills, lot of stones, all that. First day, only 14 yojanas length of bridge was constructed. Second day, 20 yojanas and so on. Fifth day, 23 yojanas. And like this, 100 yojanas were completed. On fifth day, the entire bridge was completed. And it was 10 yojanas wide. One yojana is 13 kilometers. So 130 kilometers width, so that the army can pass comfortably. Siddhas, Devas, Maharshis, who are all seeing this bridge construction from the sky, they were wonderstruck. Sugriva told Rama, Vanaras have the ability to fly in the sky. Don't worry. They can take rest on the bridge whenever required. But you come on the back of Hanuman and Lakshmana will come on the back of Angada so that we can go fast. If you start walking, it will take time. Na? 100 yojanas to walk will take time. So he gives this advice. Because Hanuman and Angada can walk fast, can fly also. So you travel on their backs. Like this, they crossed the sea very quickly. They camped on the seaside at Lanka. And there, this is something which is not noted frequently in Ramayana. While reading Ramayana, we miss this. Devas, Maharshis, Siddhas, and Charanas perform Abhisheka to Rama at this point of time on the seashore at Lanka, because they are expecting Rama to kill Ravana and get Sita quickly. So, as a benediction, they are performing Abhisheka. Mangala Snana. Upaitya Ramam Sahasa Maharshibhihi Tamabhyachintanne Sushubhair Jalaih Prithak Sushubhaihi Jalaihi, with auspicious waters. Now, Rakshasas were noting abnormal, inauspicious signs. Now, Valmiki describes them. Then Rakshasas became very bold. They said, no, Vanarasena has come to our own place. Now we will go and destroy them. And in return, Vanaras roared in reply and so on. Rama was engulfed in grief on seeing Sita, because he has come to Lanka and still he is not able to have a look at Sita. So he is engulfed in grief. Vanaras brought a lot of stones, trees, and so on. Their arsenal was assembled. Shuka, who was sent by Ravana, a spy, was released by Rama. He goes and tells Ravana, I have seen Vanarasena, I have seen Rama, I have seen Lakshmana, I have seen Sugriva. They are all extremely powerful. I would advise you to release Sita. Or you start the war immediately. Don't allow time now. Now again, Shuka and Sarana took the form of Vanaras and sent inside Rama's army. Now Rama brought them to his presence, and Rama advised them. Now you see, nobody will trouble you. You see whatever you want to see, you go back to Ravana. This is what Rama told. Very interesting. Shuka and Sarana, they get back to Ravana and again repeat their advice. Either you return Sita today, or you today start the war. Don't waste time. Ravana never agreed for all this. Ravana goes up to his top of the Gopuram and then he looks at Vanarasena. He is extremely surprised with huge Vanarasena. He becomes angry with Shuka and Sarana for asking him to return Sita. Now, what he does, he calls one Rakshasa called Vidyut Jihva. He says, produce the head of Rama, blood-soaked head of Rama through Maya and show it. I will show it to Sita. He goes and shows this to Sita. All this, lot of such development take place in the Kanda. A lot of such funny, interesting, terrible developments. Sita greatly upset. She wails. But what Ravana expected did not happen. Ravana expected that Sita will believe Rama is dead, so he will agree to my plea. That didn't happen. She went on wailing, wailing. Ravana came back. Then some of the Rakshasa attendants of Sita, they told her in secret, Ravana has decided to fight the war. Ravana has ignored the advice to return Sita, so he is going to fight the war. Don't worry, Rama will kill Ravana and get you. This is the advice, suggestion given by some of the good attendants of Rakshasi attendants of Sita. That is how Sita was a very upset condition. Now she was enthused. Rama started his Bhairinada and Ravana convened his assembly. Malyavan is a very senior minister. He advised that Ravana should return Sita, considering the powerful strength of Vanarasena. I would give you this advice. Nasatram avamanyete jayan kurvita vigraham. Don't underestimate the Shatru. Rama is Vishnu himself. He has come in human form just to destroy you. Better you go and engage him in peace. Ravana threatened Malyavan, asked him to get out. Vibhishana, along with his 4 mantris, took the form of birds and again went into Lanka, saw for themselves the strength of Ravana's Sena and reported to Rama. Vibhishana took Rama to the Suvela mountain top and showed him the arrangement of Ravana, Sena, and so on. All these details are given in detail by Valmiki. Evam sahasayuktani nakurvanti janeshwaraha. When they were standing on top of the Suvela mountain, suddenly Sugriva flew and then went and started fighting with Ravana, all alone, with no provocation. And Ravana was about to harm him by using his powers of Maya. Now suddenly, somehow, Sugriva escaped and came back to Rama. Rama was very much afraid. He said, I have given you my word that you will be the king of Kishkinda and you are putting your life at risk without even telling me. I am standing by your side and you are suddenly doing all this. Evam sahasayuktani nakurvanti janeshwaraha. You are a king. You cannot put your life at risk like this. Vanarer balavad bhishye bhavuvad drumapanibihi sarvata samvrtalanka dushpraveshapi vayuna. Dushpraveshapi vayuna. Even Vayu cannot enter Lanka, but this such a huge Vanarasena has entered Lanka. Drumapanibihi, armed with trees and stones. They are surrounding Lanka. Now Rama asks Angada to go as an emissary. He goes and meets Ravana in the Rajya Sabha, and Ravana immediately becomes very angry and orders that Angada should be killed, and Angada escapes and comes back. Now Rama starts the war. Etasminnantare ghoraha sangramaha samapadyate rakshatam vanaranam chayatha devasure pura. Like the olden day Deva-Asura war, a terrible war started. Indrajit, Jambumali, Hanuman, Lakshmana, they all engaged in battles. Indrajit became very angry. He is a Mayavi. He is known for fighting with the help of Maya, terrible Maya powers he has. He is known for Maya. So what he did, he became invisible. He injured Rama and Lakshmana seriously and finally bound Rama and Lakshmana with Naga Pasha. Dushpandavatu tada drishtva bhratarau Rama Lakshmana vasudhayam nirichvasau hatavityandvamanyata. Vasudhayam nirichvasau. They were lying on the ground. Nirichvasau. They were breathless. There was no sign of breath. So Indrajit determined that they are dead. So he went and he was extremely happy. He went and told Ravana. They were all celebrating the death of Rama and Lakshmana. Now Vibhishana consoled Sugriva because Sugriva was worried. Vibhishana consoled Sugriva, this is all Maya, don't worry, because he knows all the secrets. What Ravana did, he told Rakshasis to take Sita in Pushpaka Vimana and show the dead Rama and Lakshmana to Sita. Look at his perversion. Now, luckily Trijata also accompanied Sita. Trijata is a well-meaning Rakshati, we have seen before. So Trijata told Sita, now whatever you are seeing, don't believe. It's all Maya. And why I am telling this? There is a reason for it. Now you are sitting in Pushpaka Vimana. Pushpaka Vimana has got a special characteristic. What is that characteristic? It will not carry a vidhava, a widow. If Rama and Lakshmana are dead, you are a widow and Pushpaka Vimana will not carry you. Look at the logic. Now somehow Sita came back. Of course, not fully convinced. And Rama somehow got up after he got out of his trance, Nagapasha trance. Now, on seeing Lakshmana still in Nagapasha trance, he could not contain his grief. This is the time when Rama wails and talks a lot about the importance of Lakshmana, importance of the brother, importance of Lakshmana over Sita. Sakya Sita Samanari Martyaloke Vichanvata Na Lakshmana Samobhrata Sachivaha Samparayikaha. Sakya Sita Samanari. It is possible to find a woman like Sita. It is possible. But it is not possible to find a brother like Lakshmana. Sachivaha Samparayikaha. He is not just a brother. He is a minister. He is an advisor on war matters. So now the only course left for me is to lose my life. He is so dejected, so depressed. In fact, he was asking Sugriva to get back to Kishkinda. I will lose my life here. Now Vibhishana came and he said, when Vibhishana comes at this point, Vanarsena started running away because Vibhishana was mistaken for Indrajit. That's another interesting side show. Now, Vibhishana also started wailing, Arere, how it happened. Then Sushena, the doctor of Rama's side, he said, I can cure Lakshmana, don't worry, but get the Mulikas, Oshadi Mulikas from Drona Parvata and Chandra Parvata. When Hanuman was about to leave, Garuda came at this. Hanuman did not have to leave at this point. Garuda came. As soon as Garuda came, the Nagapasha got released. And because of Garuda's sparsha, Garuda touched Lakshmana, all the injuries were healed. And Rama and Lakshmana got up with strength greater than before because of Garuda's sparsha. Now, Rama asked, who are you? As if he doesn't know. I mean, he is playing the role of a human being all along. So, he's asking Garuda, who are you? Because of you, we are now stronger. We got released from Nagapasha. You must be a great being. Who are you? Aham sakhade kakustha priyaprano bahishcharaha Garutman ihatam prapto yuvayoho sahya karanat. I am Garutman, I am Garuda, I am a friend of your family. In fact, I am your prana. After all, Vishnu's prana is Garuda, na? Priya prano bahishkaraha. I am the prana, but prana is always inside the body, but your prana is outside your body now. I am your prana. Bahishkaraha. Lakshmana was known as Bahishkaraha Pranaha in their childhood. The same description came for Lakshmana. Now Garuda is describing himself as Bahishkaraha Pranaha. Now he advised Rama and Lakshmana to be careful because Rakshasas are Mayavis. Be careful. Now Vanaras started roaring in celebration of Rama and Lakshmana coming back to life, coming back to greater strength. Ravana was worried. Ye kya ho gaya? Then suddenly Ravana sent Dhumraksha, and then he found these Rama and Lakshmana have come back to life. Dhumraksha was killed by Hanuman, and so many Rakshasas now sent by Ravana, they are all getting killed. Vajradamshra was killed by Angada, Akampana came. All these are great generals. Akampana came and got killed by Hanuman. Prahasta, in fact, he was the senior commander. Senior most commander was Prahasta. We have seen him before in Ravana Sabha. He came and fought with these Vanaras and got killed by Nila. And finally, Ravana came accompanied by Indrajit, Atikaya, and another Akampana. Now, when Ravana was approaching the battlefield, on the way itself, he killed a lot of Vanaras. He was so angry, no? He killed a lot of Vanaras. Ramana sees Ravana for the first time. Devadanava Veeranam Vapurnaivam Vidam Bhavete Yadrisham Rakshasendrasya Vapuretad Virajate. He is impressed by Ravana. He says, I have never seen a Deva or a Danava. Neither a Deva or nor Danava is so brilliant like Ravana. By the radiance of Ravana, he is very impressed. But he is feeling bad that such a divine being, divine looking being, I have to kill because of his transgression of dharma. Now, Vanar Sena was running hither and thither because of Ravana's attack. Now, Hanuman went and fought with Ravana. Ravana slaps Hanuman on his chest, and Hanuman gets up after some time. Because Hanuman got up after some time, Ravana says, you must be a great man, you are not killed by my slap. At that time, Hanuman says, Digastumamamir yasya tvam jivasi Ravana. I slapped you and you are still alive. That is a disgrace for my virya, he says, Hanuman says. Then there is a fight between Ravana and various generals of Vanarasena, Nila and others. Himavan Mandaro Meruhu Trailokyam Vasaha Marehi Shakyam Bhujabhyam Uddhartam Nashakyo Bharatanujaha. Now he binds Lakshmana with Brahma's Satyayudha. He ties him, Lakshmana. Lakshmana falls down. He swoons and falls down. And Ravana wants to lift Lakshmana and take him along with him to his camp, army camp. Ravana is not able to lift Lakshmana. He says, I can lift Himavan, I can lift Mandara, I can lift Meru, huge mountains I have lifted. Trilokyam Vasaha Amarehi, all the three worlds, including the Amaras, including the Devas, I can lift. But this one fellow I am not able to lift. He is surprised. He is greatly surprised. At that time, Hanuman again slapped Ravana on the chest. Ravana dropped down. Hanuman lifted Lakshmana in no time. He was very light for Hanuman. Vayusuno suhritvena bhaktya paramaya chataha shatrunapyat akampyopi lagutvam agamattapehe. Lakshmana's greatness. Lakshmana, after all, is the Amsha of Vishnu. So Valmiki praises him. He says, he became so heavy when Ravana came to lift him. When Hanuman came to lift him, he became so light. This is Lakshmana's greatness. This is Hanuman's greatness. Hanuman Bhakti. Vayusunoho Suhritvene Bhaktya Paramaya Chataka. Parama Bhakti. Supreme Bhakti and supreme friendship, Suhrit. Because of that, he became very light. Now, Rama started his battle with Ravana. Rama rode on the back of Hanuman. Now, Ravana started attacking Hanuman and injuring Hanuman. Rama could not tolerate the injuries which his Hanuman was bearing. So he got down and then he started fighting, standing barefooted on the battlefield. And he killed Ravana's Sarathi, Ravana's chariot he destroyed, Ravana's horses he destroyed, Ravana's all the arsenal, all the bows, all the crown, these, that, everything was destroyed because Rama was very angry because of the injuries sustained by Hanuman. See, you need a provocation. This is what we find in all the battles. When some extreme provocation takes place, the strength, the courage, the power of the fighter increases manifold. This is what happened to Ravana as well as Rama on various occasions. Now it was Rama's turn. He became extremely angry. He destroyed all of Ravana's belongings. Ravana was all alone. Kritam karma mahastu bhimam hata pravirishya kritastvayaham tasmat parishranta yativyavasya ratvam sharer mrityuvasham nayami. Though he was angry, what are the words spoken by Rama to Ravana at this point? When Ravana is standing helpless all alone on the battlefield, he says, Natvam sharaihi mrityuvasham nayami. I am not going to employ my arrows and kill you at this point of time. Why? Tasmat parishranta yativyavasya. Because you are tired. You are tired and all alone. You have no sena with you. You have no armory with you. So I am leaving you. Go back to Lanka. Come back tomorrow after sleeping in the night and come with new chariot, new weapons. Prayahi janami ranarditastvam pravishya ratrim cha rarajalanka ashwasya niryahi rati jadhanvi tada balam prekshyasi me rasastaha. Then you will see my strength. Tada balam prekshyasi me rasastaha. You come on your chariot and then see my strength. Ravana felt very defeated. How defeated he felt? Matanga yavasammena garudena pannagaha abhibhuto bhavadraja raghavena mahatmana. Like an elephant outmaneuvered by a lion, like a serpent outmaneuvered by Garuda, he felt outmaneuvered and he went back. Now he remembers late in the day, he remembers what Brahma had told him. Brahma had told him, you will have fear only from humans. Brahma had warned him long back. And he remembered lot of curses which he has experienced before. One Ikshwaku Vamsha Raja, Anaranya, he had cursed him. Somebody who will come later on in my race will kill you. He had cursed him. One Vedavati, one woman in Swarga, she had cursed him. I will come as Sita and I will see that you are killed. In my next, I will come as Ayonija and I will kill you. Oh, now Vedavati must have come as Sita. Now he feels. All this he is now feeling. At this point, when he returns to Lanka, disgraced by Rama, he is remembering all the old curses and then he feels very bad. Similarly, Parvati had cursed him when he had tried to lift Kailasa. At that time, Parvati had cursed him. Your death will happen because of a woman she had cursed. Remember, see how many curses he has earned. Now he has earned the curse of Nandi, which we have seen before. Nandi had taken the form of a Vanara. At that time, Ravana had ridiculed Nandi, and Nandi had cursed him. Because of Vanaras, you will die. Because of woman, you will die, Parvati had said. Because of woman, you will die, Vedavati had said. Because of somebody who will come in my race, you will die, Ikshvaku Raja, Anaranya had said. Look at the series of curses he had earned. Then Brahma had given a curse because of Punjika Sthala, which we have seen before, that whoever woman you touch, you will get killed. Then Rambha, because of Rambha, because he had earned the curse of Rambha also. Because of Nalakobara, there was an incident which is described in Uttarakhand. All these are described in greater detail in Uttarakhand, all these curses. Now he is remembering all those curses. Then he remembers that he should get Kumbhakarna into action. Now Kumbhakarna is asleep. As we know, he sleeps for 6 months. And we have seen that he had woken up and he had given advice in Ravana Sabha just a few days before. So now it is the time for him to sleep. He has gone into deep sleep. Now to wake him up is an extremely impossible task. Now all this is described in great detail. 1,000 elephants are finally run on top of his body, and then he wakes up. He eats a lot of flesh and this and that, and then finally he takes bath, and then Ravana tells him in the Sabha all that has happened, and Kumbhakarna chides him. He criticizes Ravana. Trishu chaiteshu yachreshtam sutva tannavabudhyate raja va rajamatro vyartham tasya bahushrutam. Vyartham tasya bahushrutam. You are a great scholar, but all your scholarship has gone waste. Trishu chaiteshu yachreshtam dharma, artha and kama. Out of the three, which is the most important, which is superior? Dharma is superior. You left dharma and you went after kama. What is the need for your scholarship? You are a great scholar. Now Ravana became angry. He said, now don't give me all this advice. Now you tell me what we should do at this point of time. You help me now. Kumbhakarna then spoke words of courage and he said, no, I will go and kill Rama today. Adya Ramasya Pashyantu Nidhanam Tamahat Priyam Lankayam Rakshasa Sarve Ete Nihata Bandhavaha. He goes for battle with Rama. I think we stop now. We will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we will complete the balance of Yuddhakanda, balance of battles. And then Rama Pattabhisheka. We will close with Rama Pattabhisheka. This will be the concluding lecture tomorrow. Any questions, Vivek? Hello? Hello?
Very nice, Mama.
Mama, thank you. Mama, thank you very much.
Okay. So,
Thank you, Mama.
as I announced earlier, coming Thursday onwards, we are starting Shankara Shloka Makaranda. Shankara Shloka Makaranda class. Chanting of Shankara Stotras. We all want maximum participation from all over the world, worldwide participation. This is what he has told me. I have already sent a note to Vivek and Ramesh Swami giving the list of stotras and giving our plans. Now, it will start on Thursday and it will continue every Saturday, Sunday like this. And exact timing is being finalized by Parthasarathi in consultation with various stakeholders, which will be finalized in a day or two, and notices will be distributed.
Mama, in the Zoom vechikana, we are okay with that.
Yeah, we are okay with that.
Karthik, okay, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Nanu Karthik, we are any one of those will definitely be there. No problem. We'll take the responsibility.
Sure.
And Murjana, we'll try to use our own YouTube. KKS of Houston used to.
Yeah. All that you can continue. All that can continue. You have no
Mama,
problem na, with the present
Mama, it will
arrangement.
be next Friday, Mama. Unga time next Friday, enga Thursday night.
That we will decide, na? That we will decide.
Yes, yes.
அதான் ஸ்கந்த மாமா
Thank you.
தைப்பூசமா இருக்கு, சூப்பரா இருக்கு, புஷ்ய நட்சத்திரம். அதனால
Yeah,
அதை
yeah,
பண்ணி
correct.
இல்ல புஷ்ய நட்சத்திரம் they say is very auspicious. அதனால
Yes, yes, very auspicious. Very auspicious. Yes. So we
perfect மாமா.
conclude
நாளைக்கு
for the
இதை
day. We
8
will
மணிக்கு
meet
வந்துரும்.
again tomorrow. Yeah.
வரேன் மாமா. Thank you மாமா.
You can try for some progress on this front, so that
Tomorrow
maybe
நாளைக்கு
we
கொஞ்சம்
can
phone calls பண்றேன்.
make better announcement tomorrow, perhaps. Okay. Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Shri Maha Tripura Sundaryai Jaya Jaya.
Namaskaram, Mama. Namaskaram.